Roscommon continued their 100% start under David Burke to Division 1. They beat Armagh by 112 to 12 points. I mean, once again, Armagh put to the sword, the same sword that Tyrone were put to, the same sword that Galway were put to, and Roscommon continue their momentum. I mean, honestly, I predicted a draw for this game. I thought they'd be neck and neck. They were, but of course, a foul on Ben O'Carroll for a penalty, which Enda Smith tucks away, proves the difference.
Yeah, and the thing about Roscommon is that they're just showing a tremendous amount of grit and determination. Like all three games, were in the balance going into the final 20 minutes. And Roscommon have managed to sort of get the edge on all of their opponents in those games. Like they were, neck and neck with Tyrone for about 50 minutes, pulled away in the final 20, got a couple of late goals. Against Galway, they were down and out going into the final couple of minutes, pulled away. And then in this game, they were losing at half time. And then obviously at the start of the second, had a burst, I think scored 1-2 without reply. That penalty from Enda Smith and a couple of points from German Murtha. And then they just, they kicked on from there. And anytime it looked like maybe Armagh might pull themselves back into it, Roscommon would find a way to deal with it. And like defensively, they've been outstanding, like no goals conceded. Conor Daly, I think, has been one of the players of the league so far because not only defensively has he been excellent at fullback, but he's also getting points as well. Like he scored 2 cracking points in that game, like one of them with the outside of his boot. So yeah, like I think Roscommon are like it. Like I said it even to Matthew last night. I was thinking like I don't think it might sound a bit ridiculous, but I think Roscommon are All Ireland contenders. Like because like Mayo and Galway, when you think about it. Like they've always kind of been thereabouts with Mayo and Galway. The problem for Roscommon has been after Connacht, and then the problem has been when they've got to quarterfinals and semi-finals. But when you think about it, like Galway got to an All-Ireland final last year. Mayo have been thereabouts. Obviously last year not so much, but they've been thereabouts. So like I don't think Roscommon are a million miles away. The only problem,
I think it's a good point, but I feel like. With Roscommon, maybe this is just a narrow-minded thing, but I always thought that maybe Roscommon, especially under Anthony Cunningham, they loved like a tight pitch. They loved a bit of a dirty day for a game of football, like especially that year that they had Poacher in with them, and they loved like just getting like a 112 to 12 point victory or something. And I always thought, look, if they played them in Croke Park, the game would be completely different, as shown by the fact that when they played Mayo in the quarterfinal, I think it was 2016 or 2017, Mayo blew them away in the replay. And I was saying, look, I think that kind of was the case, but I definitely agree with you that times are changing here. Like I think Roscommon could definitely be dark horses anyway.
Definitely, like, and even last year, I think a lot of us felt that they were dark horses, and obviously Clare sort of went and turned them over. Like, I think if you're a Roscommon fan, you definitely don't want to be getting carried away either, because like last year, Roscommon looked brilliant in Division 2 and looked very good throughout Connacht. Obviously, got beat by Galway, but we all felt that they were a really, really good and up and coming team. When you look at the underage success that they've had as well, and some of the young lads they've introduced, and Ben O'Carroll and Keane McKeown still to come back from injury as well, Dara Craig. So like they have that balance between their older lads like Enda Smith and Conor Daly and German Murtha. They're still taking away, they're still doing the business, they're still contributing, but they've got young lads coming up to support them as well. So yeah, like I think when it comes to the Connacht Championship, like they do have a tough draw, and that might be an issue maybe. But at the same time, obviously with the All Ireland structure this year, like there's actually not that much of a reward for even winning Connacht anyway. So like they'll still go into the same group stage as everyone else. The only difference will be they won't be seeded. So like I'd give Roscommon a really, really good chance at doing something big this year. And look, even now, like you're thinking about it, they play Monaghan next week. Big opportunity to win that game. That'll be 4 from 4. When you look at this league, like Roscommon seem to be the only team that's really taken this league by the scruff of its neck. And
yeah, agreed.
Like they even have a 2-point gap over Mayo, so they can probably afford to lose a game and still reach a league final. So yeah, Roscommon are like they're in good steads at the minute.
But that was going to be my next question for you. If you were Davy Burke, like would you put everything into the league from now on? Like obviously they have Mayo, pretty much as soon as the league final would be finished. Like, would you try power on and pick up that league? Because Roscommon, yes, while winning Connacht is a great achievement, Roscommon have done that. They've won Connacht, I think it's 3 times in the last 6 years or something like that. Like, they've picked up a few now. And I think for Davy Burke, would it be something to try and win a Division 1 title, something that Roscommon haven't done in a long time? Or would you kind of try and keep one eye on the Connacht Championship coming up?
I think it's about rotation as well. Like you've seen, obviously, that Davy Burke has rotated at times. Like in the opening game against Tyrone, Enda Smith didn't start. Ben O'Carroll obviously started, made a big impact. Ben O'Carroll didn't start the last day, but Enda Smith started. So you can see he is rotating a little bit and trying different things out. And I don't think it's one of them things where it'll be a bonus if they get to a league final, but I don't think I wouldn't say that Davy Burke needs to put all his eggs in that basket, because like Roscommon don't need silverware, and like it would be great obviously if they can get to a league final and win it, and it'd be great for their fans. It'd be their first time, I think, since 1990 or 1989 or something, since they've won the league. So like obviously that would be absolutely huge, but I think at the same time, the like Roscommon fans, like if they were to get to a league final and win it, but then go out in the quarterfinals of the championship, although you'd look back and think the league was absolutely amazing, there will be that sense of, well, we still haven't progressed here, on from.
It would be like Waterford last year, I feel, in the hurling.
Exactly. And like the thing is as well, is like they play Mayo, I think, on the second or third last game. Looking at Mayo at the minute, they could also play them in the league final, and then they could also play them in as you said there, in the open weekend of the championship. So I think realistically there might be a bit of shadow boxing maybe in the final few games for Roscommon, but like I think the main thing for them was to stay up, and they've done that now.
Yeah, no, it's a massive achievement already by Davy Burke, and if I was him, I'd go for it, I think, because as you said, there's not that much on the line winning Connacht this year. You still go into the same groups.